Hi everyone, it's Taylor here today. I hope you'll come along with me as I create this beautiful card using products from Tailored Expressions. I'll be using the Handlettered Hymns set that features verses from different hymns in a beautiful hand-lettered script. I'll also be using the Church on a Hill border die and the Here Comes the Sun stencil, along with my blender brushes and several different colors of ink. I have potato chip, peaches and cream, pink champagne, mint julep, sprinkles, blue raspberry, and then Oreo, sea salt, and versamark. I'm starting by applying the potato chip ink towards the bottom of my cardstock. I'm not going all the way down because I know my border die is going to cover up that bottom portion. Then I have peaches and cream next and pink champagne, followed by sprinkles at the top and a really little bit of blue raspberry. You can see here I'm laying over that border die just to make sure I have covered all of the areas where it will not cover. So next I decided to play with the stencil, Here Comes the Sun. I wanted those sun rays to peek out from behind the church. I decided to try a couple of products and I really had no idea how this was going to turn out, but I really ended up enjoying the effect, so I wanted to share it with all of you. I'm applying a light layer of sea salt ink, which is a very light gray, with the idea that it would darken those different sun rays. Then I've added versamark ink over the top to continue to help darken the sun rays that I applied in the background. Now you can't see it very well here, but I found that as it continued to dry, those sun rays really drew out of the background and ended up looking almost like I used a sugar cube ink. So I'm continuing here by setting up the sentiment from the Handlettered Hymns set, stamping that in Oreo ink. Next, I'll die cut the Church on a Hill border from sugar cube cardstock, along with that solid piece that's designed to fit behind the windows of the church. I decided to use my mint julep ink to blend color onto the white cardstock. Sometimes I like this look a little bit better when I want something softer and not quite as stark as a solid cardstock. I also blended potato chip ink on the solid piece to fit behind the windows, and I die cut an additional church from sugar cube cardstock to piece over the top of the original church and cover up some of my green blending. I'm going to glue that solid piece behind the windows so you can see the yellow peeking through, and then I have a small door piece that I have blended with toffee ink and added to the door of the church. So all of the pieces from the Church on a Hill border are die cut from sugar cube cardstock and then colored with ink using my blender brushes. I've applied that to the card using my foam sticky strips and then adhered that to a sugar cube card base. I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to the project, so I grabbed my Embelly Jelly Pick and Place tool and my white rhinestones to add rhinestones to the rays of the sun. So as this project has continued to dry, you can really see those sun rays drawn out from the application of our sea salt and versamark inks. After dotting the sun rays with glue, I'm using my Pick and Place Embelly Jelly tool to add white rhinestones over the top of my glue drops. Thanks so much for tuning in for this project. You can find all of these products at tailoredexpressions.com.